Jamal.
I'm Brittany.
Welcome back to Heavy on the Hairs.
Mm-hmm.
Thought we was going to do it together. We're not going to do it together. One of these days, we're going to get it, and we're just going to be in sync, and it's just going to, boom, Heavy on the Hairs is going to come out. It didn't come out like that today, but it's okay. So, what we're going to talk about is, go ahead, I'll let you usher this in because...
Okay, so what we're talking about today is the golden question. Why do men shy away from marriage?
I'm married. I ain't
or
shy
relationships.
away from it.
Or relationships. Well,
or committed
I'm sure you did at some point. Okay, committed
relationships.
Ooh, monogamous relationships. Okay.
Because that's what guys are really concerned about. It's not like, I mean, it's whatever. It's whatever to
what
get
do you
a
mean
girlfriend.
They're concerned about? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, because you can get a girlfriend. Like, it's a difference in having like a girlfriend, and then it's a difference in having a girlfriend that has potential to elevate into a fiance, then into a wife. There are levels.
Okay, I agree. So before we dive too far into it, stop what you're doing and subscribe, please.
Do that. So initially, I'm gonna put myself into like, I'm gonna speak for all guys, I guess. Not just myself, but for me, one of the biggest things that I thought about was like, and it's not just a guy thing. Forever is intimidating, y'all. Like, just sit there and think about anything that you want to do, and think about it never going away. Like, think about it enduring like 79, 80, like longer than your lifespan. You know what I'm saying? Because forever is forever. You feel me? Till death do us part. Till neither one of us is here no more.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to go. That's a really scary concept.
It is.
It's a scary concept. I knew when I met you that you were different. I literally heard prophetic words that I was supposed to marry you. Multiple.
So what took you so long?
What took me so long is that you caught me in my prime. I was like, how many times did I tell you this? Like,
first of all,
you caught me.
Hold on. 10-second time out. You caught me in my prime. If I caught you in your prime, then what was I in?
I'm not saying we weren't both in our prime.
I was literally 21.
Yeah, you weren't even really in your prime. You was before your prime.
Well,
it depends. I mean, but so to speak, we both caught each other in our prime. Yeah. But like I explained to you, like the whole hoop scenario, like put Luka, guys, for guys that's watching this, Luka Doncic. I'm Luka. Or you're Luka, whatever. You in the middle of the game, it's 8 minutes left in the third quarter, 4 minutes left in the third quarter. We approaching the fourth quarter. You got 35, 12, and 13. And then the coach look at you and be like, nah, it's cool. You did enough. Come on, sit over here. That's literally the equivalent of like dating. Like, that's what I was trying to explain to her. Like, and what I say in my prime.
What about a female? These females don't know who Luka is. I mean, I know who Luka is. These females don't know who Luka is.
All right, ladies, let's say Beyonce, since y'all love Beyonce so much.
Okay.
Beyonce in the middle of a show. I'm talking about rocking this show. She an hour and a half into the show. She done gave you single ladies. Give me some Beyonce hits.
Come on, I'm a Brandy fan.
Okay.
Continue.
I'm just saying.
I mean, it's a lot of Beyonce hits. Sweet Dreams.
Hit after hit
That's
after hit after hit. And then somebody be like, you know what, B? Come on. You done enough. You rocking this show enough. Just come on. Like
right before the last performance.
You get taken out of the game while you dominating the game is a wild concept, especially to guys. Like, okay, if you a guy, like when we linked up, I'm gonna make this a personal thing.
Okay.
What, you were 21, so what was I, like 25?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was 25. I used to make a joke. Like, I'm at the age where
about to be 26.
Yeah, I'm at the age where I can like date women my age and date their mama. Like, and it'd be like nothing wild about it.
Come on.
You know what I'm just saying? Like, I was at like, that's what I mean. Like, I was literally in my prime. Like, you see me?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a hard thing to, like, come out of. Especially, like, I've explained this, like, most guys, when you're growing up as a little teenage boy, like, all the guys want to be, like, the guy that gets all the girls. You know what I'm saying? Or, like, so if you ever, like, if you live in that light, that's hard to come out of. You know what I mean? For some guys.
Yeah.
That was not, I will be honest, that wasn't as hard for me to come out of. You know what I mean? Like that part of it. Like,
because you were already past your whole phase?
Not past,
but you wasn't really past it.
I was almost. Yeah, I was realizing that I was starting to get that this is pointless. I was getting to that because you'll get to like most guys. It's some guys that hit them when they 45. Some guys might hit them when they 25.
So then how come? Okay, so then also you said to me before, this is more like a guy thing as well. You'll have people in your life that are telling you like, oh yeah, like even though nobody really knows, I guess for sure, because they're not in your shoes. But you'll have people like family, friends, or whatever, being like, oh, this is a really good girl for you. Like I think y'all, whatever.
Yo.
I think you should really like wipe her up, and then it make you do the opposite. Like
not that it makes you do the opposite. Because like I've explained this to you, I had people caping for you, like real life caping for you, that knew everything that was going on with me, that knew everything that was going on with us, that was like, bruh, what are you doing?
Fumble in the bag.
This is what you need to. I'm talking about old heads. It's important to have like real good, like stable experience in your life, like guys, women, whatever. People that's been through it, been there, done that, maybe been in the situation that you were in and fumbled the bag, like she just said, you know what I'm saying? Experience is the best teacher for people. And then when you go through stuff, you can like kind of like, don't be like this, like, you know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of people in my life, like, look, bro, Brittany, I don't know what you're doing, but this is what you need to be. This is who you need to be doing it with, you know what I'm saying? So, and it wasn't that. I knew
Thank
that.
you guys. He didn't listen to y'all at the time, but I appreciate you.
But this is the thing. And I'm gonna go back to it being kind of scary. I knew that. Remember, I told you that when we first talked that I kind of felt like if we ever got together, this would be final. That scared the hell out of me. I promise to God, it scared me.
So
for a long time.
y'all do it out of fear.
It's a hard because when you realize that like most guys meet the woman that's for them, especially if you a guy that's like a hoe.
Okay, you. Past life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, especially if you a guy that's like that, you're going to meet that girl at the most inopportune time, bro. I promise to God. That's how God works. That's exactly how it works. Just like you think you killing. Like I used the whole game scenario. You think you killing.
Speaking of God.
Sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Flex, because he got us here. You think that absolutely. I'm about to finish this game with 50. I'm going to have a 50-point triple-double, and coach, God, the coach, will tap you on your shoulder and be like, come on. Time to come out the game. I know you got 35, 12, and 13, but come on, you've done enough. And you're like, what? Like, they can't guard me. Like, they cannot guard me. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm at another 20 points.
And he said, you're done.
You out the game, bro. Chill. Like, you've done enough. You know what I'm saying? It was literally like that. So it wasn't that I wasn't like, I didn't know what I had. I knew from the jump. Like,
okay, this is the real question though. If you know what you have, why risk that? Because you could have basically never gotten that again.
Honestly,
so you decided to say, oh, I know what I got, and this is like really what I need to be doing, but I'm not ready yet, so I'm just gonna risk it never happening.
I mean,
like, that's crazy.
Nah, it was, that is crazy. It was
like why y'all do that?
Guys are.
Does that really make sense to you?
It makes zero sense. It makes zero sense. But
to have some meaningless, you know what, with people that don't even matter.
Yeah, but you just
at
kind
the
of
end
like.
of the day, you know.
I'm gonna tell you this. I thought about that. I really did. I thought about that every day. I mean, because like everything that we was going through, I literally thought about this, and I thought about like, damn, I know that if she's not there, if I lose her, that's it. Like, I'm not like you a one-on-one. I knew that from the jump. You know what I'm saying?
The one thing I can say though is that. Although, it was like that, I feel like most guys will string you along and be like, I guess tell you what you want to hear and then kind of string you along so that you still kind of in the background and not really going nowhere, but still doing their own thing but I feel like you didn't
I never did that to you. No.
I feel like you was just like on some stuff like, okay, like you weren't really selfish about it, which really grinded my gears. But
why grind your gears?
Because it's like, okay, because on one hand you could say, now I can see it more clear, but on one hand you can say, yeah, I'm just not trying to be selfish, so yeah, I'm not going to say you can't talk to other dudes. Of course you can talk to other dudes, if I'm not trying to take you seriously right now, go be with somebody else. If do whatever, like basically live your life, which is what he would tell me, like, okay, I'm gonna live my life, and trust me, I did. But
definitely. Anyway, don't be trying to make it seem like
I didn't. I would never try to make it seem like that. I'm not about to be stupid.
No, we both lived our life.
I'm just gonna wait 3 years for
but like that's the thing.
I was doing my thing. But on the other hand, it could seem like you don't really care, and your actions aren't, because a lot of people say men lead by their actions, not by their words. So your actions were telling me Like, what guy really loves you but is gonna be like, oh yeah, go be with somebody else. That's cool. Like, no, hardly any.
It's not that I necessarily, because I didn't want you to be with nobody else. And this is a...
Duh.
I'm about to... I don't even think I ever told you this.
What?
But this is some game. Guys will sometimes test you to see if I'm really feeling like this. Cause I promised the guy I thought about this. I was confused in the whole, like, why am I feeling like this about her? Like, you know what I mean? Okay. And so my thing is, if she's really, I'm hearing all this stuff, I'm hearing my old heads like, look, this is it. So I literally had to frame of mind like, well, if she is who I'm feeling like she is, and she is who everybody telling me she is,
yes,
she's not going nowhere because she really feel like this about me.
Are you stupid?
I get it. I get it. I get it.
Well, that theory was almost proven to be wrong, because if that's the case, then why would I keep dating people?
No, you were, but
I literally was like, okay,
but this is the truth. This is the truth. I thought I was never threatened by.
You was on some stuff like, oh, let it go, and if it come back, it's real.
Not kind of, but I just knew that.
Dummy.
I knew. I felt like, and I was right. Like, and I used to tell you all the time, like, the main thing about you that I love is the way you feel about me.
Okay.
And you was like, what's that even mean? Like, it used to make you mad, like, me saying that.
Like, everything about you made me mad.
It used to really make you mad, but I knew the way you felt about me. I knew that you didn't care about me.
I'm glad one of us knew.
So you didn't know how you felt about me for real? You knew.
I'm talking about, I knew.
Yeah.
Like
it was different. No, I knew how I felt about you.
I
knew how I felt about you.
Because, you know, women mostly know what they want. Men just don't. But continue.
Oh, you mean when it comes to, like, dating and relationships? Yes. Women don't know what they want either. But
yes, they do.
I'm going to let it go because...
Most, I'm not going to say all, because obviously this ain't no one-size-fits-all with anything, but most women know what they want.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. I knew that. I didn't necessarily know what I wanted. I knew that, like, when we met, I had just I'm talking about literally days before, just got out of, like, a relationship that I thought was going to be my last relationship. And then I met you. And then it was clear that this person that I had been dealing with is not the last person I'm supposed to be dealing with. Like, it was, like, so blatantly obvious. And I fought that for the longest because I was like, why did I meet her under these circumstances? It was just really confusing to me. But, I mean, I don't know. That was a battle.
He works in mysterious ways.
He does. That works. And that was a battle because, you know what I mean? It was just kind of like the Deborah Cox thing. Like, how you get here, Shorty? Like, you ain't supposed to be right here. Yeah. But, like, that's how I felt. Kind of like, not like nobody, but just, let me just go ahead and say this. Time really don't mean shit in your relationship. Yeah, it's cool, but I was wanted, like, with that particular thing, it was a time thing. I focused on the time that I had, and it just really didn't really mean a thing. Like,
oh, you mean like how long you had been with your
and that's why I was a lot of that was drove.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes you like, you know, you don't want to have put in all that work and, like, you know, spend that a long time in that
so
relationship
that drove
for no
a lot
reason.
of this, like,
that
you know
makes
what I mean?
sense.
It did. It drove because
sometimes you'll stay, and then also, like, I know a lot of women will be like, they're already comfortable with one guy, so they don't want to, like, open themselves to another one and get hurt, but you already know his patterns in this one relationship, so you'll stay really longer than you should for no reason, and then it's gonna end anyways if it's not meant to be that.
That's, and you know what I mean. So I had to wrestle with that, but I didn't, like, my intentions was never to, like, I kind of thought about it, like, if I lose her, I'm gonna be a whore, because I knew I was never gonna find you again. I knew that, and I didn't want to lose you. That was my number one fear, that you would just be like, you know what? No, F this. I promise God that was my number one fear. You know what I'm saying?
I was there. That was your number one fear?
Seriously. Like, no, you seriously had got to the point that you was just about to be like,
yes.
F this. Wow.
Jamal, you don't remember that conversation?
No, I remember, but I just,
okay.
I didn't really
so you thought
believe
I was joking?
Yeah, I thought you was just like talking to talk. I didn't think you ever.
You learn
like,
something new every freaking day.
I guess, so you was really, like, about to be done with me, Shorty? Like, wow.
You know why mostly?
Why?
My best friend told me.
I think I know where you're going with this.
What do you think? Okay.
About the years thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
One of my best friends told me Like, you know, we had been dating on and off. Well, not dating. We had just been talking, basically. It was just the longest talking freaking phase I ever been in. But whatever.
Had the longest talking
we were
phase
talking for like 3 years, right? So, you know, I would talk to her about stuff and be like, you know, like, am I crazy? Like, should I still be talking to him? And she's like, listen, you know, it's cool now. But like, if you get 3 years, I'm gonna be like, bestie, like, what are we doing? Like, that's it. Like, cut it off. It hit that 3 year mark, not to the day, because I wasn't counting, but it was 3 years.
That's funny.
And I was like, okay. My bestie said 3 years, and I'm like, she's right. Like 3 years has been 3 years, and I'm still like, basically just, you know, dating around or whatever, just like, you know, talking to guys that I really mostly don't have that much interest in.
I knew that, so I'm glad you admitted that, because that's how I feel.
Some of them. I'm talking about the ones I was just casually dating, but not necessarily the ones I was in relationships with. But you know, but anyway, but yeah. So. And I was like, okay, that's it. So I'm going to have this conversation with him and just let him know that this is it. Like, this is, you know, it's been great. Not really. But.
It was amazing. Don't lie.
It wasn't actually. It was actually some of the hardest years of my life. Thank you. Anyway. Wow. So.
Wow.
What?
I agree. No, that was
not because of you.
No, I know what you're saying.
It was a lot of stuff going on in my life. Yeah. So anyways, but yeah, I had that conversation with you, and literally you were like, I'm ready.
He works in mysterious ways.
And I was like, huh? Because that's not, okay, so let's be clear. When you said that, I wasn't expecting that. I was literally expecting to move on with my life because honestly, at that time, I was kind of talking to I think I was talking to a guy or whatever, like casually. I didn't really, you know, whatever. But I didn't really want to be in a relationship anymore, because I had been single for so long, and I was like, okay, I don't have to worry about things that other people in relationships worry about. I don't have to worry about somebody hurting me. I don't have to worry about somebody pissing me off. I don't have to worry about somebody asking me where I'm at. I don't have to worry about somebody like checking in with me and being like, you know, controlling or just anything like that. I don't have to worry about no guy cheating on me. And I honestly didn't really trust you like that. So I felt like if I got into a relationship with you, I would have to worry about all of these things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was well prepared to just go on about my business and just be single, you know, and just enjoy being single. Like, because all my life I had been like a relationship person. I'm like, okay, this is the time of my life. I'm just be single. I'm not really going to date like that. I'm just going to be single. And then you kind of switched it up on me, and I was like, wait. So when you said you were ready, like in reality, I was not ready. I wasn't ready. Wow. I wasn't ready at all, because I was just like, now I'm not ready. Like, wait, you really want to be with me? Okay. So let me think about it. Because number one, I wasn't trying to be like, oh, make it seem so easy. Like, okay, you're ready. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Because I really wasn't ready.
It wasn't really one of them like, now we're ready with boyfriend, girlfriend.
No. It was like, now we're ready. Okay, let's kind of talk about working towards getting there. Even though we had been dating for 3 years.
That was the time where we kind of like agreed that, all right, we about to exclusively, even though we're not boyfriend and girlfriend, I'm about to put my situation I had, that's done. All this stuff you had over here is done. Like, all right, now boom.
Well, it wasn't done, but I had to end it that day, which was... Anyways, go ahead.
Because mine had ended. That's what happened.
Yeah, yours had ended.
Mine had ended, and it was just kind of like, this is clarity that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, because I felt like it was ending for no reason, like at the time. And then, and then I had to think about it's not ending for no reason. It's ending because this is where I'm supposed to be at. And... Come on home. No, for real, because that was something like, you know what I mean? That was something that it was kind of hard for me to deal with. Yeah. Like, that's hard. Navigating through that, like trying to make the right decisions. That's a hard decision, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That's a really hard decision.
Especially trying to make sure you're making the right decision.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to be like, all right, because if I jump into this, I got to be sure. But, and then,
you do.
And I had to tell myself, like, it's no way that this is not how it's supposed to be. R.I.P. to my grandma. My grandma told me that I was supposed to be with you before she checked out.
I knew I loved her.
You know what I mean? And my grandma knew my ex-girlfriend. Like, she was at her graduation, so it ain't like she didn't know everything. Like, she told me that I was supposed to be with you before, like, you know what I mean? So I had heard all of this stuff. I'm like, that's bro, crazy. It can't be a lie. You know what I mean? Like, all this stuff can't be a lie. So... No, it's scary, you know what I mean? That, like I said, that for everything. And I knew, like I said, when she probably thought I was just talking to talk, but I just knew how I felt. I knew, like, this was different. It's so weird, bro. It's so weird. It's like chill-worthy weird, knowing, like, that I felt from the jump, and I was right. This is a person I'm supposed to be with, like, for the rest of my life, you know what I mean? But that's a scary, like I said, it's a scary feeling, especially when you like, you know what I mean? And it's just like, the devil was trying hard because like right there, it was trying hard for like, gosh, he was sending some women at me. Like, I was like, what? You know I exist? Like, he was really sending women at me like at that time. Bro.
What? At what time?
Like right before we like really, that whole like, you know what I mean? Before the whole like, all right, I'm ready thing. He was like, bro, you ain't ready. I don't care what you think about. All right, shorty, go see. Let's go find out. You know what I'm saying? Like, he tried it. Yeah, he tried it. You know what I mean? So,
yikes.
Yeah, I don't know. And like I said,
that's how it be.
It is. But then I had to come to like I said, at the end of the day, I knew what the hell you were, like what you embodied. Mm-hmm. I knew what being with you would do for my life because I knew how you felt about me. And that was the number one thing to me. I can't express that enough.
Are you crying?
Nah, I ain't.
Oh, damn.
You thought I was going to... No. Just ain't one of them.
I thought I saw Denzel too.
Nah, real spill though. I could think about it though because it's that powerful. It's that powerful of a thing for me because I knew how you felt about me and I knew how I felt about the way you felt about. I knew that like that was like
not how you felt about me. You knew how I felt.
No, I knew how I felt about you, but like I said, you taught me things about caring about or like how to love people that you care about. But like you taught me different levels of that, or like that it was different levels of that. You know what I mean? So I knew how I felt about you.
Definitely.
I knew how I felt about you, but I just like I knew that once I started dealing with you, I realized it's a different level to this, and you have to act accordingly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
basically, you feel like men shy away from marriage because basically they're scared to settle down.
Forever is scary, yeah.
Because they're scared to settle down.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't even necessarily think it's the one woman thing. It's just the idea of...
I think it is the one woman thing.
Nah, because
I feel like some dudes are like, how could I be satisfied with one woman?
Easy.
And maybe some dudes just want to mess with multiple women, but I feel like some dudes could also be maybe scared to hurt the woman that they say that they're married to.
It ain't necessarily the one woman thing. I don't think. In my case, this is why I'm going to make it personal. It wasn't necessarily the one woman because, like as we said, I was a guy that I had to frame of mind that the new stuff is like, it's nothing like new, like, you know what I mean? But that's not necessarily the truth. It ain't like I had to have something new. It was the idea that, I can stick with this same thing, but let's say this same old thing 10 years down the line ain't thinking how she used to think.
Meaning?
That.
Because we about 10 years in, so is it thinking or what?
That thing is thinking.
I like that, oh my God.
That thing definitely thinking. But no, I'm saying like, what I'm saying from the standpoint of like, you change. Like, let's say we come into the situation like y'all might be rackets, like at it every day. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be like that 9 years down the line. It's just not. Mm-hmm. And so some people's like, all right, so you want me to get out of this lifestyle of I can like pretty much choose to do it every day if I want to, not with a different, but just to do it, just to be with you. And for you to tell me I don't feel like doing it today, and now
let's be clear, I don't tell you that.
No,
okay.
You.
This was just saying like, man,
I don't have them type of problems. Y'all that had them type of problems, I really feel for y'all. I don't even know what that shit is about.
Okay, Jamal.
No clue what that life is about.
Continue.
Sucks to be you, but what's the point of having a wife like that if you can't flex? That's a flex. All right, but you know, it's just like the whole idea of like, all right, now I got to be with this one person, and she don't even want to be with me all the time. Now that's just gonna turn into I'm tired. I don't feel like it. I don't whatever excuse it is. And now
that's an excuse. Some women be tired.
No, I get it. I'm just saying like, but now I got to deal with this. Now I got to deal with 27 days out the month of you not feeling like it, of you being tired, of kids being on your ankle.
27 days.
You know what I mean? Because like, I'm just saying like because that's what you think. That's everybody's trepidation. Marriage is gonna turn into like I got to do one person, and now we're not even like. How many times have you heard married people don't have sex? Like,
I hear it a lot.
Yeah, like people.
And actually, we took a poll one time, and you would have been surprised. Like, I'm like, oh, well, obviously, that's not true.
Nah, yeah, but I'm just what I'm saying. But you hear that type of stuff, and like people, that type of stuff scares you, especially if you're young.
I feel like marriage just seemed like I literally just got off of a live, and marriage is just. It was so many people in the comments like most married people are unhappy, which maybe they are. I don't know. They don't got nothing to do with me.
You happy?
But yes, I'm happy. happy. Every time somebody asks me, like, how long have you been married? First of all, they're always surprised about how long I've been married. Yeah. And then they'll say, a lot of people will ask, like, how do you like being married? I have gotten that question so many times. And I'm like, I love it. That's always my answer because I do. And I think it's, like, I don't know. I don't want to call people weird, but I think it's weird to not love it. I guess if you feel like you're with the right person, then what is not to love about it? Of course, you get on my nerves sometimes, but that's anybody you love. Like, your kids is going to get on your nerves the most. The people you love the most are going to get on your nerves.
They're the ones going to bother you the most. That's true.
Other than you get on my nerves sometimes, like, what is there not to love? Like, I literally get to go through life with somebody. Everything I go through, he going through too. It's not, I'm not doing this alone. Like, it's kind of like having a sibling. But not the incest part.
We get to do all of that.
Don't do sleepover.
Yeah, you know.
We get to, like, you know, it's just, I don't know. I love it. Like, we just experience life together, and I think there's no better feeling. Like,
I agree, 100%.
So you're happy?
Yes, I'm ecstatic.
Of course, people are gonna be like, oh, of course he's happy. Like,
of course I ain't gonna. I'm not about to get on YouTube like, you know, well, since you brought it up.
But y'all don't have to hate. Just like, some married people are actually happy, and it's okay.
All jokes aside, and I'll tell you this. I've told you this before. I loved my life pre-marriage. I had a life pre-marriage that guys would trade their left arm for. I would not trade that life for the life I live right now. I don't care. Like, I don't care. My life pre-marriage was amazing. It was amazing. It's not as amazing as my life post-marriage. It's not as fulfilling as my life post-marriage. The fulfillment is the most thing. Like, I had zero fulfillment. Like, I had, like, braggadocious moments, I guess. But
is that a word?
Yeah, that's actually a word.
Okay.
Webster,
I'm gonna call him when we're off the phone.
Trying to check me.
I'm gonna call him.
Like, none of that stuff really matters. You kind of realize, like, what matters and, like, what doesn't, and randoms.
Yeah, because I feel like that was another thing I was thinking about when they were saying that. I feel like happiness is subjective because, like, everybody is not looking at the same things for them to be happy. Some people want to have sex all the time to be happy. Some people just want to have somebody who cooks all the time. Some people want to have, you know, a family. I know what you want. Some people want to have a family. You know, it just depends on what you think happiness is to you as to how happy you are in your marriage.
You make me happy. That was corny, right? How many times I told y'all corny work, dude?
That didn't work.
That shit works, boy. It didn't work?
No. If you were trying to make me laugh, sure.
You ready to give it to me right now. Stop lying. All right, but no, seriously, though. Yeah, it's just, I'm happy. Best decision I've ever made. Looking back at it, no, it's like,
I'm joking.
Looking back at it, I wasted a lot of time. I really kind of like,
But time is necessary. So that's a whole other subject, but like, timing is everything. That's what I will say. Timing is everything. And I mean everything.
Yes. I felt like we did have to go through all that stuff we went through. Like,
we did, yeah.
I had to go through the wrestling, wrestling with my emotion, going back and forth. If am I supposed to be here? Am I supposed to be there? Am I, like, you know what I mean? You had to go through that, like, do he really love me? Do, like, you know what I mean? I really want to, like, stay. Like, you had to go through that type of stuff. You don't think so? You don't think you had to go through that?
I don't think it was necessary. But here we are.
You know?
Anyways.
It's beauty in the struggle, man. You know?
Well, there you go. From this man's perspective.
Yeah, so, I mean, the main thing, though, is that forever can be intimidating, but forever can also be beautiful if you just embrace the concept of it and not look at it of like, what am I missing out on? Look at what am I gaining from this.
Look at you. You better
These damn grades ain't here for no reason. Plenty of wisdom.
You better tell them.
Plenty of wisdom. It's all up and through here.
You better preach, Pastor Harris.
You know what? That's another prophetic word that I heard about us. I don't even know how we're gonna get there, but I heard that. Like, literally, we're gonna be like Pastor First Lady one day. That's it.
You heard it here first.
Stop being scared for y'all guys. It's okay, man. It's okay to commit.
Not if you're not ready. If you're not ready, just...
Yeah, you'll know when you're ready, though.
If you're not ready, just,
everybody is different.
Play the field until you're ready.
Everybody is different. You'll know when you're ready. It'll be a feeling that you can't explain. You can't explain to nobody. Nobody can explain it to you on when you're going to be ready and how to know, like, you know what I mean? It's just a feel thing. I knew when I talked to her within 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
It was so instant, Brittany. I promise you. I really wish I could bottle everything up about that first night. And that
I wish we could, too. That would be so cool.
Like, word up. It was so, like, But like that's how I know. Like nobody can tell you. Nobody could have prepared me for that. I could have listened to 90 damn quote unquote relationship experts, like watch whatever on YouTube. I could have did. I'm sorry. No, I'm just saying. But like nothing would have prepared me for that.
Yeah.
Like, but going through it, like and then nobody would have been able to tell me like this is how you know who you're supposed to be with. I just went through it, and I knew that this is who I was supposed to be with. So. You'll know. Pay attention to that gut feeling. It does not lie to you. It does not lie. You're feeling it for a reason. You're feeling your feelings about a specific person for a reason. Trust that shit. That's all I can tell you. That's the best advice I can give you on this, is trust what you initially feel, because that is not wrong. What I initially felt about her turned into us going on 10 years of marriage. This is the 9th year, right?
Yeah. Okay, I was saying.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so.
A little ahead of yourself, buddy.
No, yeah. I know it's just the 9th year, but we are going on 10 years. Like, I'm excited about 10. I'm excited. But
I'm excited too.
It turned into that because you probably like, you know what I mean? Outside of how I felt, you couldn't have convinced me that I was going to be sitting here with her 9 years later, 9 married years later. And you know what I mean? With everything that we went through.
What you tell her you could?
No, don't say aside from how I initially felt, but I'm talking about like, with everything we went through, like if you'd have been watching them, like, oh yeah, they ain't gonna make it. If somebody would have just been watching our life as a reality show,
that would have been a good show.
Oh my life, you should have had a camera following us. We should have had a camera following us from the beginning. We was a hot mess, y'all.
Hot Mess Express,
bruh. That would have been an amazing show, but yeah, somebody would have been looking at it like, nah, this is gonna end. It didn't.
Well, let us be your inspiration.
Do that.
Sometimes it works out, and sometimes, married people are happy. We love y'all. Thank you for watching. We'll see y'all next time.
We out.